Regardless of the long-awaited completion of California's ambitious high-speed rail dream, this project has recently become a significant problem. And this project has stirred so much debate and controversy everywhere. Why is California high-speed rail a total disaster? Let's break it down in full details and pay attention to the end. California's attempt at a high-speed rail, the first of its kind in America, has turned into a costly disaster. The whole thing has swelled into a multi-billion-dollar mess, leaving many scratching their heads about how it got so out of hand. The problem started with political deals that ended up making the project way more expensive than anyone anticipated. Now they're stuck with a plan that seems nearly impossible to carry out in the way it was first imagined. It's like building a house and realizing halfway through that you don't have enough bricks or a clear blueprint to finish it properly. Initially, the idea was to connect major cities in California with lightning-fast trains, a revolutionary move in American transportation. However, unforeseen challenges and budget overruns have plagued the project. The costs skyrocketed, and now even the experts are scratching their heads, wondering if this train will ever reach its destination. It's a classic case of good intentions getting lost in the shuffle of politics and finances. The original vision was grand, a state-of-the-art rail system that would transform how we travel, but somewhere along the way the plan got muddled and now they're left with a puzzle no one's quite sure how to solve. Let's see how everything goes in full details. California's outstanding population. California, often referred to as the Golden State, is home to an astounding 40 million people. Wrap your head around this. That's more people than in some entire countries. Now, when it comes to money, California doesn't play small. With a staggering gross domestic product, GDP, of $3.4 trillion, it stands as the biggest and most powerful state in the United States. So with such a massive population and a GDP that would make most countries envious, California set its sights on an ambitious high-speed rail project. The big players. California has two megacities that really stand out. We're talking about Los Angeles and the San Francisco Bay Area. Los Angeles, a bustling metropolis, is home to a whopping 13 million residents. That's like fitting the entire population of some small countries right into one city. Now over to the Bay Area. It's not lagging behind either, with a solid 8 million residents calling it home. If you were to drive from one of these city giants to the other, you'd be in for quite the journey. We're talking a marathon here, folks. You'd be on the road for at least 6 hours. That's a whole day's worth of driving just to get from one city to the other. So what's the deal? Why all this talk about connecting these cities in a flash? Well, it's about making things more efficient. See, California's got some big goals when it comes to cutting down on emissions, and to do that, they're eyeing this high-speed rail as a game changer. Emission targets and high-speed dreams. To tackle their increasing emissions and provide a smarter travel option, California ventured into the high-speed rail dream. Imagine this, a train racing at a jaw-dropping 220 miles per hour. It aimed to connect major cities, boost the economy, and slash emissions. Back in 2008, California voters gave a green light to this ambitious venture. The price tag was initially set at $33 billion, with hopes high. The plan was to build an 800-mile-long high-speed rail network, with Phase 1 linking San Francisco to Los Angeles through the Central Valley and extending to Anaheim. Phase 2 would stretch from Los Angeles to San Diego, and there'd be a branch from Merced to Sacramento. However, as time marched on, the high-speed rail faced numerous hiccups. The cost surged to over $100 billion, and it seems we won't see the end of it until at least 2029. Property acquisition turned into a headache, especially for a 65-mile stretch in Kings County near Fresno. Now the Central Valley is in focus, but the key connections to Los Angeles and San Francisco are still in the pipeline. In 2019, Governor Gavin Newsom voiced his concerns about the project's cost and timeframe. Construction conundrums. The construction saga of California's high-speed rail has been like a roller coaster ride through the rugged terrain of the Golden State. The current focus lies on the Central Valley, a 119-mile corridor stretching from Madera to Bakersfield. As of now, there are a whopping 35 active construction sites along this stretch, a testament to the monumental effort underway. One of the key landmarks in this endeavor is the San Joaquin River Viaduct superstructure, a bridge straddling the boundary of Fresno and Madera counties. This will serve as the new gateway into the Central Valley, a pivotal point in the rail's journey. While progress is visible, it doesn't gloss over the numerous setbacks that continue to plague the project. Since its inception in 2008, the California High-Speed Rail Authority has been grappling with a series of challenges. Initially estimated at $33 billion, the projected cost has soared, now looming over $100 billion. This colossal cost overrun has raised eyebrows and ignited concerns about the financial feasibility of the project. Property acquisition has emerged as a formidable hurdle. In Kings County near Fresno, the rail project requires swathes of land, totaling a staggering 65 miles. This undertaking has proven to be a Herculean task, adding further delays and costs to an already beleaguered project. The race against time is palpable. The Central Valley Line, though significant, is just a fragment of the grand scheme. Vital links to Los Angeles and San Francisco are still in the works, creating an air of uncertainty around the project's completion. The decisions surrounding contractors have come under scrutiny. One particular business, claiming to save $300 million by altering plans for the Kings County section, ended up causing a whopping $800 million in overruns. This episode serves as a stark reminder of the challenges faced in the execution of this colossal infrastructure initiative. The Rail Authority, in an attempt to pick up the pace, is currently spending a staggering $1.8 million every day. However, at this rate, the finish line remains distant and uncertain. While the benefits of the project are evident, the hurdles it faces are equally formidable. The costly California landscape and challenges. California's sky-high real estate values have been a central player in this high-stakes drama. According to the World Bank, the cost of California's high-speed rail system per kilometer in 2014 stood at a staggering $56 million. This is in stark contrast to countries like China, where the cost hovers around $19 million per kilometer, nearly one-third of the California price. The battle for land acquisition is far from over. More than 200 parcels of land are still in the crosshairs of the rail's expansion. To secure a 52-mile portion in Kings County, for the central Bakersfield-Merced segment, significant hurdles remain. This uphill battle for land is a testament to the financial strains the project grapples with. The initial promise of the project was substantial. In 2008, the California High-Speed Rail Authority pledged to reduce vehicle travel within the state by a staggering 400 billion miles. However, 14 years later, the Phase 1 alone, connecting San Francisco to Los Angeles and Anaheim, has soared to at least $105 billion. This makes it not only California's largest single investment, but also one of America's most ambitious civil engineering endeavors. The original estimate, based on outdated assumptions, now seems like a distant memory. The final cost is anticipated to climb even higher. Private investors have raised valid concerns about the rail's competitiveness with air travel between San Francisco and Los Angeles. This ongoing debate further clouds the rail's future. Now, let's talk about a key challenge the high-speed rail project faces: competition with airplanes. Many are wondering whether most Californians will prefer the speed and convenience of flying over riding the rail. This isn't a small concern, as we're looking at a project that has already cost at least $105 billion for Phase 1 alone, and that's a significant investment. The Trump administration decided to pull about $1 billion in government funding for the rail project in 2019. Their reason? Worries about construction delays and the project's financial overruns. It was a big setback for the rail initiative, a future uncertain. Looking forward, the future of California's high-speed rail is hanging in the balance. One major roadblock is the challenging Californian landscape. The state's high real estate prices have made acquiring land for the rail incredibly expensive. In fact, the cost of the rail system per kilometer in California is about 3 times higher than in China. This makes the whole project financially daunting. With over 200 parcels of land still to acquire for a 52-mile stretch in Kings County, the completion of the central Bakersfield-Merced segment is estimated to cost around $23 billion. The following leg from Bakersfield to Los Angeles poses an even greater challenge. It requires lengthy and costly mountain tunnels with a price tag of approximately $22 billion. These are enormous sums of money. The United States has approved a $2 trillion infrastructure plan with about $20 billion allocated to intercity rail. While the California high-speed rail line aims to be the first, there are other proposed routes like the one between Dallas and Houston and a line from Victorville to Las Vegas. Private investors are also exploring potential projects in Florida and Maryland. So what's the takeaway from this rollercoaster journey? The future of California's high-speed rail remains uncertain. It's a complex mix of geography, economics, and the cultural preference for cars and planes that this project must navigate. Will it eventually become a reality? That's a question that still hangs in the balance, but one thing is clear. It will take significant effort and collaboration from all involved to see this ambitious project through to the end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for being here, and we'll catch you next time.